And welcome back for one more video. I wanted to take a little bit of a dive into like results, because I can't sit up here and say all that I want to say and all of the shit that I've been talking about without also talking about results, because I understand that results are something that do matter, especially at Manchester United. But I kind of want to first get you in where we are as a team, right? So we had Eric Ten Hag, and Eric Ten Hag got 3 full summers, full of players, full of preseason time, full of everything, to develop a team, to develop a style of play, and to like start winning. Like once year 3 into your management comes in, you have to start, like you have to get results. Like year 3, you have to absolutely be getting results. Like your team has been built. That is why Eric Ten Hag got fired, because he was in year 3 and November 11th. We were in November 11th, and he was in 12th fucking place in the Premier League, bro. That is 100% when you fire a manager, bro. That is 100. If you are rebuilding, that is 100% when you fire a manager, because you know that you gave him enough time. Like you get 3 summers, 3 windows, 3 preseasons. You have to at least, like at that point you got 11, 12, 13, 14 players, right? Like the Ineos brought in Mazraoui, Delit, and Xerxes last summer, and then there has to be some other people that were brought in. But then you look at like Hoyland, fucking all the Onana, like Anthony, like the players that he brought in that were gonna start for him, right? Like Lissandre, he got to build his team, right? And the players that he got in year 3 were all players that had played for him. So you shouldn't have to like do too much to introduce him at that point. But you're in year 3 and you're still not giving results, and you're still like not showing a style, and you're still not doing anything. Then you deserve to get fired. But then you ask Amorim to leave his Sporting team that was 11-0 in Portugal at the time. They had won the league. They were 11-0, 33 points out of 33, and they were top of the UCL table. You asked them to leave that to come to the dumpster fire that was Manchester United, and continues to be Manchester United because of the ridiculous Manchester United fan YouTube channels. I put quote unquote because the things like the United Stand and Mark Goldberg and all these people, they just repeat what they see from Sky Sports, right? Sky Sports says get the manager out, results. They show results, they say get the manager out, and they just repeat it. That's all they do. They don't analyze, they don't deep dive analyze, they don't give you anything. Like I watch a lot of these like things, and most of the time they'll be like, oh well, I saw that this person said this, and yeah. So you didn't formulate your idea. You just like read that and you said, yeah, that person said it. Boop. At that point, like I don't think you actually know football. I don't think you can formulate your own ideas. Like, show me with your reasoning. Don't give me somebody's reasoning that you heard online or whatever. Because I'm not giving you nobody else's reasoning. I'm just showing you. I'm literally from me to that, and that's it. But I ask myself, because to me a rebuild is this first year. Like I'm not looking at results until year 3. Me, as a like thinking human, when it's this bad, when it was as bad as what Amorim took over, right? Because you're talking about a rebuild. We weren't talking about a team that was like fully stacked with like good players, but we're just not like didn't have tactics or nothing, whatever. That's not what we were looking at. We were looking at an extremely young team that didn't have that much talent, and that's what Amorim came into. Like you shouldn't. That it's not expected for him to come in and just win games right away, because that team was nowhere near good enough to do that. But like the reason why Eric Ten Hag got fired was because he got 3 summer windows, and we still looked that bad. And you had players that had played for you at Ajax. You had brought your players. You had 2 full fucking years, 3 summer transfer windows, 3 preseasons to fucking be able to build something and show us something by year 3, and you didn't. And that was like Amorim is paying for the bullshit that you did to my team during that time. It's so infuriating, bro. Because for me, year 1, you build a culture. You get 2-3 players that fit your system, and you start playing your style of play. You start playing a system. You start doing things that you want to in that first season, right? Second off season, you get a few more players. You have another preseason, and now I want to see like a little bit of results, but more like the team is kind of flying. You see like the system that you've built. You see the style of play that you want to play. Okay, that's what I'm looking for inside those 2 years. Now year 3, I'm starting to demand results because now you've had time, bro. Now you have your own players. Now you've taught most of them how to play the system and everything, and you go and I expect results then. And then I'm like, yo, this guy isn't even a year in. My man took over in November 11th. Amorim did. He's not even a year in. And the worst part is that in the 2 preseason games that we looked the best, which was West Ham and Bournemouth, that Bournemouth game that we won 4-1 was when we had the players from last season playing. The guys that were here learning the system and playing under Amorim since he got here were the ones that played really well those first 2 games that got everybody super excited. And then from just those 2 games until now, the front 3 is completely new. Like completely new, bro. Like of course we're gonna struggle a little bit, bro. Like, we're gonna struggle to score goals a little bit at first because last game was the first game, bro, that Cunha and Bomo and Sesko played together. Cunha's the only player that was here for the whole preseason, pretty much, or like a good portion of it. Because Bomo came in and played 45 minutes in the 4th preseason game, and then played like maybe 80 or 90 in the last preseason game, and that's it. And Sesko didn't even play. So you're talking about they didn't even get the whole preseason to like gel and play with each other, bro. And you guys are expecting and demanding fucking results. Like I get that it hurts, bro. I hate losing, and it hurts. Like I hate it too. I get it, but like I'm not an idiot, dude. Like I'm just not an idiot. I don't just listen to what the media tells me because they definitely don't want Manchester United to go back. They don't want us to have a manager that stays here for 20 years and builds a culture and builds a team and like challenges titles again and wins titles and dominates again, because they don't want that. They want us to have that carousel of fucking managers, bro. You don't think they want that? You don't think they want to just keep telling us to just it's the managers, it's the managers? Why has there been nothing for the players? Why do the players just continue to skate by? Why right? Because that's one of my things. You're talking about there's players on our team that have lasted 4 managers, but then the managers are still the problem. Like Diogo Dalot, Bruno Fernandes, Harry Maguire, the main culprits of the bullshit, Luke Shaw, who else has been here since? At least those 4 players who are like major players that have to play for us because they didn't, nobody replaced them or got better players, have literally been here for at least those 4 managers, bro. Oh, Dalot, right? Dalot, Luke Shaw, Maguire, Bruno Fernandes. Somebody else. I know that there has to be somebody else in there. But like, what are we talking about at that point, bro? Because that, when you look at a team's core, at that point, you're pointing at that group of 4 or 5 players as your core. Ew. You compare that to the core of Mo Salah, Virgil van Dijk, Alisson, and fucking Liverpool. Then you look at Arsenal with Declan Rice, fucking Raya, and Gabriel and Saliba. And that's a core, bro. and Odegaard, right? Like those five, that they're core Saka. That's a core. They've been playing together for 5-6 years, like 4 years now, probably. Declan Rice has probably been there 3 years, actually. So for 3 full seasons, pretty much they've been playing together. Those guys. That's a core, bro. That's a real core, not the bullshit we have, bro. Cause you know that the core that's being built is like the lit Euro, Masraoui, Sesko, Cunha, and Bomo. And that core will be fucking fun to watch for me. I would love that core, bro. That's what I want to see. So I'm seeing things that are being proven to me that it's like being built better. So I look at I just asked Google. I said, if I were to take over a sports team and I was doing a rebuild, how long would it how long would it realistically take? A sports franchise rebuild can take anywhere from 2 to 4 years to a decade or more. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying 3 years, right? I give you technically 2 years to do the rebuild, and then the third one you have to like win something or like show me like you have to like at least be second or third or like challenge for a title. But you guys are like, we're not even 1 year full year of Amorim being here. And you guys like want to stop this rebuild and get rid of the manager, but don't blame the players at all. Like, this shit is so fucking infuriating, bro. So then I look at like the matches and stuff, and this is when he took over, November 24th. And then I look at, I want to know. I'm like, yo, like, okay, so in the Premier League, what did we do? And and in the cups, obviously I know what we did, but how did that look? And just make up my mind on the results part, or have something to say about the results. And I did write it down. I'm just gonna find it really quick. Okay, here we go. So I'm not trying to sit here and just like defend any of the results. I hate losing. I'm not happy that he was left in the shithole that he was, because I have seen some really good stuff from our team where I'm like, yo, there's a style, there's like they're being told how to play, where to go. I didn't see that under Eric Ten Hag in 2 years, bro. In 2 full years, I never saw that shit. Like when I looked at that game against Bournemouth, if you see this video, that was the best that we played, bro. We scored goals and we looked good. Like those were the 2 games, like West Ham and Bournemouth, when we were playing like all the players from last season, that were literally like had us so happy. That's what we're gonna go towards if you give Amorim the whole fucking year, bro, with these new players, because Sesko and Bomo and Cunha just got here after that, and from there on we struggled to score goals. From the moment that we changed the front 3 completely, we've struggled to score goals, and that makes fucking sense, dude. Like, how can people not look at the fact that Sesko and Bomo and Cunha didn't start one preseason game together? That Cunha and Bomo might have started one preseason game together. They might have played 2 weeks together before the season started. And then Sesko comes in and they never played together, bro. How are they supposed to just gel and do? Man, people are so like, they just don't think. They don't continue to like form an idea or like think about something, because it's right there, bro. Like, you can just ask a question. If you ask that question, you can, sure, bro, like, you don't want to, you can say, nah, they should be scoring. All right, bro, whatever. That's you. That's just not realistic. You never played football. I promise you never played footy. You never played footy if you think that you can just walk onto any team with any players, especially not a team that you might be able to walk on a team if the team's already built and be good. That's different if it's just one player. But 3 players on a team that's not good, that is being built, it's impossible, bro. It's impossible. You can't tell me. They would have to, bro. I don't even think Cristiano, Messi, and that's different. Yeah, probably they would be okay, but that's different. So I just was like, all right, let me dive in. Let me see what was happening. And let me at least, because you guys can listen to interviews and stuff and listen to what people say and chalk it up as an excuse because it's something that you don't like or whatever. But if you listen, at least you can be like, oh, okay, that's what they're coming from. Or is that true? All right. My manager said that last year, which is true. I think we would be struggling really hard right now to be playing Champions League and the league, because our teams just, I don't, we don't, we're missing key players in certain positions that stop us from being able to do that. Because I think right now, attacking wise, we have too many. Midfield we have too little, and defense we have too little. That's kind of what it is. Is attacking wise we're fine, but the midfield and the defense is just not enough. There's just not enough good players to do that. So he said, I'm gonna focus on the Cubs because we're trying to win a trophy as Manchester United. I'm gonna have to be a little less effective in the league, or less effective in the league, because I'm trying to win a trophy. And I was like, all right, let me see, is that real? Was he joking? Was he just saying that? Whatever. Okay. So for me, the first 17 games, which end about here in Tottenham United, I think that's the 17th game, I'm pretty sure. So in the Premier League at that point, through 17 games under Amorim, we were 4-3-10. That is not good, obviously. But he's also like trying to teach people that are not very smart. Like, I'm telling you, like, I knew Diogo Dalot was gonna struggle so hard in this style, in this formation, because he has no IQ. Like, he doesn't know how to play football. He just is an above average athlete that is just put in one part of the field, the right back position usually, where all he has to do is just like focus on one part of one little piece of anything, just like that right there. But under Amorim's system, the right wing back has to beat players 1v1, and they have to be able to turn and start the play, because you're going to be coming back towards your goal to get the ball sometimes. And how you receive the ball at that point is extremely important, because if you just receive it looking back at our goal, you're going to, and the guy and your defender starts pressuring, you're not going to have an easy chance at turning. You have to be ready before you receive the ball to at least try to go forward. It's something that Luke Shaw, in one of my videos I was showing you, that Luke Shaw never opens up fully at center back to see the whole field and be able to make every pass. He literally like opens, like he receives the ball like if he's a left back and the touchline is on his back. That's how he's still receiving the ball that way. You're a center back in the middle of the field. You have to, when you get the ball from your center back, you have to open up, bro, so that you can play the ball down the line towards your left wing back, or up the line to your left wing, or to a striker making a run in that direction. But you never open your body up. All you do is like you cut off like half of the field by the way you receive the ball alone. It's horrendous, bro. It's horrendous shit. These players are horrendous. But we're 4-3-10 in the Premier League. Horrendous. I'm like, fuck, okay. I can see the results there. You're like, oh, whatever. Okay. But we were 5-0-1 in the Cubs. So, was my manager making excuses, or was there some reality to that? 4-3-10 in the Premier League, 5-0-1 in Cup games. Maybe there's a little bit of truth to it. Okay, like I think it could be fair to say that, right? A little bit of truth to that statement at that point through 17 games, right? Right here, in this game right here, Ahmad got hurt. And we lost Ahmad from February 7th to, I believe it was like Chelsea maybe, or Athletic Club. I think he came in to play a little bit of the game to try to get some legs, and then or maybe Chelsea. Honestly, it was about, like, let's say even if it was May 8th, so it was how many? So May 8th is when he came back. February 7th is when he gets hurt. That's 3 months, bro. We lost our number 2 goal scorer at this point, right, of the season. After the 17 games, the 4-3-10 that I just told you about, we lost our number 2 goal scorer in our team for 3 months. That's not good. And then we lost Xerxes also throughout in that time period of the 3 months. So 2 of our best attacking players were out. But in the 18 games since in the Premier League, the team is 7-3-8. 7-3-8. So in 7, and that's without Ahmad and Xerxes for a good portion of those 18 games, bro. Like obviously the last six, no, but those 12, there's a lot. There were a lot of games in that they weren't there. But there's 7-3-8. We were 4-3-10 in the first 17 games, and even without Ahmad and Xerxes, we went 7-3-8. Like, alright, that's really not that bad. And out of the 8 games that we lost. Let me see. We can just look at it right now. So let's say from Everton and up, right? So one of them is Nottingham Forest. I think they finished 3rd last season under Nuno, who's a good manager. Newcastle should definitely not be that, but I can see us losing them against them in a bad day. Wolves, we shouldn't have lost, but I think Cunha is the reason we did, and obviously he's not on our team. He's now on our team. This Brentford game was right before this game, and honestly, our squad, bro, you could see the squads before the games, and I don't see how you just like expect wins out of them. West Ham, that's not a game that I wanted to lose or should lose. Chelsea, so we've lost to Newcastle, Brentford, Chelsea, and then who was the other team? And Nottingham Forest without Ahmad or without Xerxes. We weren't good, and 2 of our best players are out. And then that's who we've lost to. Chelsea, right? When I'm talking about Premier League, Chelsea, Nottingham Forest, Newcastle, Brentford, West Ham, City, Arsenal, and Brentford again. The 2 Brentford losses, honestly, the last one hurt me because it was so, like, I was expecting us to play better. But if you just watch one of my videos and you can see how Dallo just completely destroyed that game for us, you can understand that for me, that like where I'm coming from when I'm telling you that it's not just the manager, and that it's not the manager right now. Really, it's really not right now. We are building with the Ineos and our manager something that could be really good if we just fucking have a little bit of balls, bro. A little bit of like accepting all the BS that the media and all these people are gonna say, and so Amorim can get a few more players, and these players have more time to play together. Because the truth of the matter is, the front 3 that we got that we were excited about just started their very first game together on Saturday. They've played 1 game together. The front 3 that we're really excited about have played 1 fucking game together, and you guys want to just come like blame the manager as if there's not things that are there that like show that the manager, that is not just the manager. Because we went 7-3-8 after that. So you've improved. You went from 4-3-10, bro, to only really losing to like the better teams. Like that West Ham loss, that one doesn't sit well with me. But it's 3 days after the Athletic Club win. Whatever. That Chelsea game, bro, we didn't start a good lineup, bro. We started a bunch of young kids against them, and we barely lost. Because we wanted to win this fucking Tottenham game, which we should have won, bro. We had 70+% possession against Tottenham in that final, and we don't win it, bro. With like 3 big chances and all this, and we don't win that game. It's so bad. But then that's who we've lost to. We've lost 6 games to good teams, like 5 games to good teams. Because I know you guys will say that Brentford isn't good, and you'll say that Newcastle isn't good, maybe, which is crazy because they had Isak. Bro, whatever. The second half of those games, it hasn't been that horrendous of results. It went from 4-3-10, really, really bad, to 7-3-8, and then 4-2-2 in cups. So if you put the first 17 games plus cups, right, you're at 9-3-11, right? If you put the 18 games that we had plus the cup games, you're 11-5-10. So like, if it's not for us completely changing our front 3 at the beginning of the season, bro, we might not have lost. We definitely don't lose against Brentford. Like if these guys, if we have Mazraoui and those guys have, even just from the beginning of the season, started games together, we don't lose that game. But it's the first time they played and Mazraoui was not there, bro. These are like lineups from last season. Højlund is not here anymore. Lindelof's not here. Onana's not here. Ahmad's not playing right wing, like attacking wing. Like this is just, this guy's not here. He just doesn't play for us anymore. And he was here all the time, bro. He's not here. These guys are bombs, bro. Like, you got, this is our game against Brentford, right? These guys up here, bro, I'm super excited about with my manager. This guy, I'm excited to see him grow because he still has plenty of room to grow because he's very young and inexperienced still. And I'm very excited about that guy. Those you could say are easily our best players, and they've come in since the Ineos took over or Amorim. That's what's being built, right? That's what's being built right now. That's what's been done in a year and a half or whatever. Ineos took over February 2024, so it's been, a year plus. A year and a half, yeah. So you're talking about in a year and a half, they've done this. They have given us some other players like this guy that I'm extremely excited about as well. So you're talking about like 6 players right there in 2 years that have been brought in by the Ineos. And now a new manager that actually has a style of play that is actually like created a culture. I'm good with that. I'm good with that inside of the first year. I told you guys what my rebuild looks like inside of a year. I'm not looking for fucking results, bro. We are not in year 2. This man took over November 11th last year, and it's September 29th. It still hasn't even been 1 full year, bro, into the rebuild. This is not year 2 already. We're not in the second full season of Amorim being a manager, bro. And especially now with the same players. Like, he didn't bring in Cunha and Bomo and Sesko 6 months, like when he took over in November of last season. And they haven't been here since then and grown together and played together. And then you could be here saying that this is season, quote unquote, season 2, and they're still not doing stuff. Then I would be sitting here like, yeah, bro, like, yeah, that's crazy. But I know most people, and I've seen most people are excited about what Dorgu's future looks like because he's an exciting young player. They're excited to see, like, I'm excited to see that growth. I'm excited to see Haven's growth. I'm excited to see Yoro's growth. I'm excited to watch right now Sesko, Cunha, and Mbomo play, the lit play, because they're Mazraoui play, because they're good players and they're smart, bro. That's the thing that has been a constant since the Ineos started bringing people in, and since Amorim's been here as well. Like, it has been a certain level of actual, like, footballers, bro. Like, intelligent players, but also very skilled and, like, game changers. You have 3 game changers up here, bro. Sesko has shown you little glimpses of stuff that shows you he's gonna be a game changer for us. He's already scored 3 or 4 starts into his career at United. Like, that's pretty good. Like, you score your first goal within 4 starts. I'll take that. When you're a 23-year-old, I don't even remember when we first saw Højlund's goal, like, first goal. So, like, that's what I'm saying. We already have better players in these positions that we had last season. Like, these guys right here are better than what we had last season. They just need time to gel, bro. So, like, I can't just want to get rid of my manager and pretend like everything else in the club has been beautiful, or that he has, like, amazing players and we just suck. Like, you can't, it can't be both ways. You can't be, I can't see you in the media talking about knowing that we have a hole at this position and knowing that, let's say these guys are not good enough and this guy isn't good enough, right? Like, and this guy, right? Like, if you are in the media telling me and you're aware of the fact that those guys aren't good enough, then how can you be blaming the manager, bro? I just don't understand. He was the only option that day because Mazraoui and Ahmad weren't there. Literally the only fucking option that day. This guy's pretty much the only option because Haven is just too young, bro. We can't have 18, 19-year-old Haven and 19-year-old Euros starting in our back and demand results, bro, and not expect us to lose games from inexperience, even though they're better defenders than him and him. Like, Euro is better than him and him, but they're both inexperienced. Go watch my video. My video shows you why he hasn't started since City. He's an inexperienced player, but he's so good. That's why he's been playing and starting, and that's why people want to see him. But then his inexperience costs us games, and it's the manager's fault, not anybody else's. Like, go watch my video, bro. I go very into detail of how his mistake led to a goal, and it's just an inexperienced mistake. It's not like a idiotic mistake. It's just something inexperienced. This guy continues to make extreme poor mistakes and decisions, and he has experience, so you can't say it's an experience anymore. Euro was 19. That point is not anything else. But yeah, so that was it. That was me showing you results, showing you things, and showing you proof of why I feel the way I do. You guys have a great day. Peace.